Hello, English learners. Welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
I'm Erica.
And today we're at a party.
Yeah, this is a great, exciting, fun, energetic lesson.
We're at the biggest party in the world, Carnival in Rio.
Okay, so Rio. This is the name of a city, right?
Yeah, this is a city in Brazil called Rio de Janeiro.
So Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, different pronunciations,
Yeah,
right?
yours sounds a lot more, I don't know, authentic than mine.
So we sometimes refer to it as Rio just to make it shorter.
Yeah, I think that's actually the most common way it's referred to in English.
Yeah, Rio.
Yeah.
It's just like if you would say Los Angeles, you would say LA.
Yeah, or if you're talking about Kuala Lumpur, you might say KL.
Yeah.
Same idea.
Okay, so we have some words that we're going to preview before we listen to our dialogue. So let's start with vocabulary preview.
Vocabulary preview.
Okay, in vocabulary preview, we have one word, sambadrome.
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 This is actually a building.
So it's a proper noun, not a common noun, right?
No, it's not really a common noun. It's
Yep.
a proper noun, but it is a building.
Uh-huh. And what happens in this building?
Basically, it's very similar to a stadium,
Uh-huh.
but each end isn't closed off. So you have stands on one side
Yep.
and stands on the other, and you have like a little street in the middle.
Okay.
So you can sit down and you can watch people parade or walk by, and you can see the dancers and everything.
And so what is it used for?
The Sambadrome is used so that the samba schools can present their dances and their dancers and their costumes to judges and all the people that want to watch them dance samba.
Okay. So you've been using this word a
Samba.
lot. Samba. What is this?
Samba is a type of dance that Brazil is famous for.
Okay.
It's very fast dance, a lot of hip movement, a lot of it's very fast, but it's very, very nice. And the music is based with many different type of tropical instruments. So it's really, really fun.
Can you samba?
I can samba a little bit.
All right.
It's kind of hard. It's trickier than what it seems.
Okay, well, we're actually going to hear some samba music in the dialogue, right?
Exactly. We're going to hear some samba that is actually used during Carnival. So
Okay, so let's go to Rio now and listen to some samba.
I can't believe we're here! Carnival in Rio! Seriously! This is like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Can you believe it? We're here at the biggest party in the world!
I know! We're so lucky we found tickets for the Sambadrome. Good thing we found that ticket scalper.
Look! It's starting! Wow, this is amazing! Look at how many dancers there are! Oh my gosh, the costumes are so colorful. This is so cool!
It says here that the school that is dancing now is one of the oldest and most prestigious samba schools in Rio.
No kidding! Look at them! They're amazing! Look at that girl on top of that float! She must be the carnival queen! Move over there so I can get a picture of you.
Okay. Hurry up, take the picture!
Oi, vem dançar com a gente!
Oh, really? No, I can't. No, really, I don't know how to dance. Honey, I'll see you later!
Patrick, don't just leave me here!
all right, what a lucky guy. He got asked out to dance by a beautiful Brazilian samba dancer.
I know.
I don't think his wife was very happy though.
Well, we've got some language about Carnival in Rio, right?
Exactly.
So let's look at that now with language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
All right, our first word on language takeaway today, ticket scalper.
Ticket scalper.
Ticket scalper.
Ticket scalper.
This is actually a job title, I think.
Yeah. Maybe not a totally legal job title, but
Exactly.
so what does a ticket scalper do?
Basically, this person will sell tickets at a higher price to people who don't have tickets,
Okay, so he buys like 100 tickets,
right?
and goes and stands outside of the Sambadrome or the
Stadium.
and he sells them for like twice the price, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a ticket scalper. Actually, they come in handy sometimes because you want to go to a concert or something and you don't have tickets. You got to turn to them, right?
Right?
Okay, our next word, prestigious.
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 Now, this is a very nice word, prestigious. Before we explain anything, let's listen to some examples.
Example 1.
Harvard University is one of the most prestigious schools in North America.
Example 2.
The Academy Award is the most prestigious prize an actor can get in the film industry.
Example 3.
He worked really hard and now he is a very prestigious heart surgeon.
I can see that when something is prestigious, it's really well respected, right?
It's well known, well respected.
And you
Exactly.
can, and if you are part of this thing, you can feel a sense of pride.
Right, prestige. Okay, now let's take a look at our last word, float.
Float,
Float.
float.
Now, this doesn't mean like to float in water, right?
No, this is a noun, not a verb.
It's kind of hard to describe, actually.
Yeah, it is hard to describe. A float is something that you commonly see in parades.
Right. So it'd be like a car, but you can't really see the car.
No, because it's covered with decoration.
With big decorations, and it's made to look like a artificial island.
Yeah, or a tree maybe.
So you have people standing on there and dancing or waving.
Yep.
Okay. We'll definitely post a picture of a float on our comment section so you could see what a float looks like.
Right.
Okay, so now let's listen to our dialogue again. We're going to slow it down a little bit so you can understand all of these words we've just talked about.
I can't believe we're here. Carnival in Rio. Seriously, this is like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Can you believe it? We're here at the biggest party in the world.
I know! We're so lucky that we found tickets for the Samba-drome. Good thing we found that ticket scalper.
Look, it's starting. Wow, this is amazing. Look at how many dancers there are. Oh my gosh, the costumes are so colorful. This is so cool.
It says here that the school that is dancing now is one of the oldest and most prestigious samba schools in Rio.
No kidding. Look at them. They're amazing. Look at that girl on top of that float. She must be the carnival queen. Move over there so I can get a picture of you.
Okay, hurry up, take the picture. Oh, really? No, I can't. No, really, I don't know how to dance. Well, honey, I'll see you later.
Patrick, don't just leave me here.
All right, we're back. So now I think we should take a look at some of the phrases.
Yeah, let's go to Fluency Builder.
All right.
Fluency builder.
So we have this phrase, once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime.
So this is an expression you would use to say that it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, it's a really special event.
So like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Or a once in a lifetime chance.
Okay.
Yep.
Once in a lifetime. Let's look at our next phrase. Good thing.
Good thing.
Good thing.
Good thing.
So we have some examples for good thing. Why don't we listen to them and then we'll come back.
Example 1.
Good thing I studied for my exam. It was really hard.
Example 2.
It's a good thing I brought my umbrella. It rained the whole day.
Example 3.
It's a good thing that I bought my house before the prices went up.
Good thing I had money in my wallet.
You're happy you had money in your wallet.
Okay. You could also maybe use it as a negative, right? Like, good thing I didn't go.
Right. I'm happy I didn't go because it was terrible.
Okay, good thing.
Yep.
All right, now let's take a look at our last word. No kidding.
No kidding.
No kidding.
No kidding.
Okay, so many of you probably already know this word kidding, right?
Yeah, it means joking.
Yeah, I'm joking. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. But if I would say no kidding,
You're saying like, yeah, I totally agree with you.
right, I agree with you. I know you are.
I know you're being serious.
I know you're being serious. I
Yeah.
know it's true.
Yeah.
So I could say, wow, this restaurant is really expensive.
No kidding.
Yeah, so you would agree. It's like, yeah, for real.
Yeah.
All right.
So this term, no kidding, is slang, right?
It's a little bit informal, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So why don't we listen to our dialogue again for the third time, and then we'll come back and talk about Brazil.
I can't believe we're here! Carnival in Rio! Seriously, this is like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Can you believe it? We're here at the biggest party in the world!
I know! We're so lucky we found tickets for the Sambadrome. Good thing we found that ticket scalper.
Look! It's starting! Wow, this is amazing! Look at how many dancers there are! Oh my gosh, the costumes are so colorful. This is so cool!
It says here that the school that is dancing now is one of the oldest and most prestigious samba schools in Rio.
No kidding! Look at them! They're amazing! Look at that girl on top of that float! She must be the carnival queen! Move over there so I can get a picture of you.
Okay. Hurry up, take the picture!
Oi, vem dançar com a gente!
Oh, really? No, I can't. No, really, I don't know how to dance. Honey, I'll see you later!
Patrick, don't just leave me here!
All right, Marco. So, Carnival. It's a Brazilian celebration, right?
It's very popular in all Latin America.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but Brazilian Carnival is very, very special.
Okay, so what are they celebrating?
So basically, it's the beginning of Lent, which is this period of time in the Catholic religion right before Easter.
Right.
But Carnival in Brazil is very special because of all the dancing and all of this and costumes and everything.
Yeah, well, from the dialogue, it sounds really wild and crazy. So what happens?
Well, it definitely is really amazing, and it's just basically a lot of samba music and partying, and it's really nice, and especially to be able to see something so spectacular. It's like hundreds and thousands of dancers in the Sambadrome, and they're parading down in their costumes and in floats. So it's a very special event.
All right, so it sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I want to hear from our listeners.
Yeah, for sure. We have a lot of listeners from Brazil, and Carnival is not only celebrated in Rio, it's also in Sao Paulo, in Pernambuco, in Bahia, and it's a little bit different in each place. So it's not just a thing of Rio, it's just more popular there.
Is there a Sambadrome in each city?
Yeah, there is a Sambadrome
Really?
in Sao Paulo. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Let us know if you ever been to Carnival or how you celebrated in your hometown or in your city.
Yeah, leave us your comments all about Carnival.
Hi there. Welcome. Are you ready to listen to our story? Imagine standing in the middle of a city where the streets pulse like a beating heart, where colors explode like fireworks in the sky and music vibrates through your bones. That place is Rio de Janeiro during Carnival, and what you'll hear today is not just about a party, it's about a world-famous celebration that brings together energy, tradition, and rhythm in a way that touches every single person who experiences it. I had dreamed of this for years. You know those moments you call once in a lifetime? This was one of them. From the moment I stepped off the plane, I could feel something different in the air, something electric, something joyful. The whole city was glowing. People were dancing in the streets, some dressed in glittering costumes with feathers, others just moving their bodies to the beat of the samba, smiling, laughing free. Now, let's pause here for a quick tip. Have you heard the phrase once in a lifetime? It means something so rare and special, you may only experience it once. For example, swimming with whales was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You can use this phrase to describe amazing opportunities. Back to the story, I headed straight to the Sambadrome, which is not just a building. It's like a giant open-air stadium designed specifically for watching samba parades. Thousands of people were already in their seats, waiting. The moment the music started, everything changed. The dancers appeared, moving with such rhythm and speed it looked almost like magic. The drums, the horns, the singing, imagine all of it wrapping around you like a warm wave of joy. Let me share another word, prestigious. That night, I learned that the samba school performing first was one of the most prestigious in all of Brazil. Prestigious means very respected, very admired. Think of places like Harvard or Oxford, that same feeling of pride and excellence. That's what this school brought to the parade, pure excellence. And then came the floats, enormous, decorated vehicles moving down the parade path like living sculptures. One float had a huge tropical bird with dancers moving like feathers in the wind. Another looked like a rainforest palace. And standing tall above the crowd was the Carnival Queen, shining like the moon under the spotlight. I remember thinking, how is this even real? But it was. Every costume, every beat, every move, it was real. And it was beautiful. So far, I had already learned so much. Not just about Brazil, but about celebration, culture, and how joy can bring people together. Now, take a breath. There's more to come. The crowd around me was electric, thousands of people cheering, clapping, singing along with the samba rhythms that echoed through the night. I was sitting there, completely mesmerized by the explosion of energy and color. You'd think it would be easy to just sit back and watch, but not in Rio. In Rio, Carnival doesn't let you stay a spectator for long. It pulls you in. At one point, a woman in a sparkling blue costume turned toward our section and waved. She had feathers flowing down her back and a smile so bright it could light up the whole street. She motioned for someone to join her. And just like that, a man to rows ahead of me jumped up and started dancing with her in front of everyone. The crowd roared with laughter and applause. It was spontaneous. It was bold. And it reminded me of a useful English phrase, take a chance. When you take a chance, you do something even though it might be risky or you're unsure. Like joining a samba dancer in front of thousands of people. You could say he took a chance and danced in the parade. And he'll never forget it. Taking chances is often how the best memories are made. Suddenly, someone tapped my shoulder. A local couple had noticed I was alone and asked if I wanted to join their group. They had extra space near the front row. I hesitated for a second, then smiled and said yes. And that's how I found myself standing right next to the edge of the parade route, feeling the bass from the drums hit my chest like a second heartbeat. We cheered as another float rolled by. This one was shaped like a giant wave, with dancers riding it as though they were surfing. They wore shimmering costumes that sparkled under the parade lights. Behind them came another samba school, their dancers dressed as butterflies, moving in perfect sync. The level of coordination was incredible, months and months of practice just for this one moment. Now, here's a vocabulary tip. One of the floats passed by and the woman next to me said, that school is very prestigious, just like in part 1. You see how the word prestigious comes up again. In real-life conversation, it's often used when people talk with admiration. Another example, he got a job at a prestigious law firm in New York. Try using this word when talking about respected people, schools, or places. Then, out of nowhere, it started to rain. Light at first, then heavier. But nobody moved. Nobody ran for cover. The samba went on, the dancers kept dancing, the music kept playing, and somehow the rain made it all even more magical. It was a reminder that the spirit of Carnival doesn't stop for anything. A woman beside me laughed and shouted over the music. Good thing I brought my rain poncho. That's another everyday phrase you'll hear often. Good thing? It means you're glad something happened or you made a smart choice. Good thing I brought snacks. Good thing I left early. It's simple, but very useful in real conversations. By now, I wasn't just watching Carnival, I was living it. Covered in confetti, soaked from the rain, feet tired from dancing, I felt completely alive. This was more than just a party. It was an expression of culture, joy, and connection, and honestly, I didn't want it to end. The rain eventually slowed, but the energy never did. If anything, the downpour made the night feel even more real, more human. People were dancing in the puddles, hugging strangers, and letting go of everything that didn't matter. It was in that moment I realized Carnival is not just a celebration, it's a release. It's a kind of freedom most people rarely give themselves permission to feel. I stood there, quietly watching a new samba school enter the Sambadrome. Their theme was based on the Amazon rainforest, and every single costume was a masterpiece, green, gold, feathered, textured like vines and leaves. The music was slower, more haunting, yet deeply powerful. One dancer moved with such grace, it was almost as if she wasn't dancing at all, but floating. Which brings me to an interesting word, float. Not the verb you might know, like to float in water. No, here in Carnival, a float is a large, decorated vehicle used in parades. These floats are often built on trucks, but the vehicle is hidden underneath layers of decorations. There are lights, statues, dancers, music all built into the float. In English, we often say, that float was incredible. Or the flower float won first prize. It's a word you'll hear in any major parade. From Carnival in Rio to the Thanksgiving parade in New York. As that rainforest float passed by, a child near me reached out her hand, waving at the performers. One of the dancers blew her a kiss. The little girl beamed, her face painted in glitter, completely starstruck. And I thought, this memory will stay with her forever. That's the magic of Carnival. It connects people from locals to travelers, from children to elders. Everyone belongs. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. In that moment, under the lights, with the drums echoing across the Sambadrome, we were all part of something greater than ourselves. Then came a moment I'll never forget. A dancer, one of the main stars of the parade, stepped out of formation and came right up to me. She looked me straight in the eyes, smiled, and said, "Come dance with us." My first reaction, panic. I laughed and said, "Oh, really?" "No, I can't. I meant it. I had to left feet, and I was soaked and nervous." But she grabbed my hand anyway, pulled me gently toward the edge of the street, and suddenly, I was dancing in Carnival. "Now, let's pause here," I said. "Oh, really?" "No, I can't. That's a natural way in English to politely decline something, especially if you're nervous or unsure. But it can also be a moment where you're being invited to grow. Another expression to learn is take a chance, which I mentioned earlier. This was my chance, and in that second, I decided to take it. I moved awkwardly at first, but I followed her lead. The music helped, so did the cheering from the crowd. And somewhere in the middle of all that, I forgot about how I looked or if I was doing it right. I just felt joy, pure joy, and that's when I learned something else. Language isn't always about perfect grammar or big vocabulary. Sometimes it's about rhythm, emotion, body language, expression, and Carnival teaches you all of that without a single textbook. As the song ended, the dancer gave me a quick hug and returned to the parade. I walked back to my spot, breathless, smiling, my heart racing not just from the dance, but from the feeling of being seen, included, welcomed. I looked up at the sky, where fireworks had started to light the night, and I realized sometimes the best way to learn about a place, its people, and even its language is to live it completely. The night was almost over, but Rio still danced. As I stood there under the smoky trails of fireworks, confetti stuck to my damp clothes, and sweat on my skin, I wasn't thinking about being tired. I wasn't thinking about how long I'd been standing. I was thinking about how alive I felt. It was a kind of high that comes not from noise or music, but from connection. To the moment, to the people, to something bigger than you. Behind me, someone shouted, "Don't leave yet, the final school is the most famous one." And they were right, you could feel it in the air. The drums got louder, deeper. The beat hit your chest like a second heartbeat. This school's float was a glowing phoenix rising from flames, with dancers moving like fire all around it. The crowd fell silent at first, then burst into applause. It was breathtaking. Let me share a cultural tip here. In Brazil, each samba school works all year for this one performance. It's not just about entertainment, it's about storytelling. Each parade tells a different tale: history, nature, politics, dreams. It's art in motion. That's something we can learn from. Even as English learners, every sentence you speak is a small story, and when you speak from your heart, people listen. In the crowd, I noticed a young tourist nearby talking with his friend. They had clearly arrived late and missed the beginning. One of them said, "I can't believe we missed the Queen on the float." His friend shrugged and replied, "Good thing we caught this part, though. It's amazing." There it is again. Good thing a casual, useful phrase in daily English. It's a positive reflection on luck or decision-making. Good thing I studied. Good thing we didn't skip this event. Try practicing it in your own life. It's everywhere in real conversation. As the final float rolled by, the music shifted to something softer. Dancers waved goodbye. People stood, clapped, some with tears in their eyes. It wasn't just the end of a parade, it was the closing chapter of something unforgettable. Then, something funny happened. I overheard a woman calling for her husband, Patrick. "Don't just leave me here." She had probably lost him in the excitement. That made me laugh and also taught me another real-life phrase: don't just. A very natural structure. Don't just sit there, help me. Or don't just say you'll do it, show me. It's a way to ask for action or express frustration, very commonly used. I began walking back to my hotel through the buzzing streets. Street vendors were still selling coconut water and grilled meat. Children in costume were chasing each other. A group of older women, all dressed in gold, were still dancing under a street light. And in the middle of all this joy, I realized something deeply important, not just about Brazil or Carnival, but about learning English or any language. You don't learn through fear or perfection. You learn through experience. Through laughter, through rhythm, through real moments. That night, I had learned new words, expressions, and rhythms, but I had also learned about being brave, about joining in even when I didn't know the steps. So, if you're learning English, don't wait for the perfect moment. Use what you know, speak out loud, make mistakes. Dance in your own way, because life and language isn't a test. It's a celebration. Thank you for being a part of Best English Podcast Zone.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
Something that happens very rarely, not common.
Once in a lifetime.
Person that buys and resells tickets at a higher price.
Ticket scalper.
Being respected and admired for being successful or important.
Prestigious.
A vehicle with a platform used to carry an exhibit in a parade.
Float.
It is good that something happened.
Good thing.
A large structure where sport events are held.
Stadium.
A special time or event when people gather to celebrate something.
Festival.
The capital of Brazil.
Brasilia.
Take a risk. Do something that you would not normally do.
Take a chance.
Leave someone on purpose. Informal.
Ditch. Let's try that faster.
Take a risk. Do something that you would not normally do.
Take a chance.
Something that happens very rarely, not common.
Once in a lifetime.
Being respected and admired for being successful or important.
Prestigious.
A vehicle with a platform used to carry an exhibit in a parade.
Float.
A special time or event when people gather to celebrate something.
Festival.
A large structure where sport events are held.
Stadium.
The capital of Brazil.
Brasilia.
Leave someone on purpose. Informal.
Ditch.
Person that buys and resells tickets at a higher price.
Ticket scalper.
It is good that something happened.
Good thing. Now say the word and hear it in a sentence. Once in a lifetime. You have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make this trip. You should really go. Once in a lifetime. Swimming with the sharks and dolphins was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Once in a lifetime. Michael Jackson's concert in Budapest was a once-in-a-lifetime event. Good thing. Good thing I studied for my exam. It was really hard. Good thing. It's a good thing I brought my umbrella. It rained the whole day. Good thing. It's a good thing that I bought my house before the prices went up. Ticket scalper. Police arrived and arrested 3 ticket scalpers outside of the stadium. Ticket scalper. The concert was sold out, but I was able to buy some tickets from a ticket scalper. Ticket scalper. I hate ticket scalpers. They always resell tickets at a much higher price. Prestigious. Harvard University is one of the most prestigious schools in North America. Prestigious. The Academy Award is the most prestigious prize an actor can get in the film industry. Prestigious. He worked really hard and now he is a very prestigious heart surgeon. Tony, don't just leave your toys on the ground. Don't just buy the first thing that you see. Look around first. Don't just cross the street without looking. It's dangerous.